Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make this. Very simple, really good, and high in protein. Can't beat it for lunch or whatever you want. Let's get into it. So the first step, you want to fill up a pan with some water. You don't need a whole bunch, just enough to submerge all the noodles that you want. That's enough for me. We want to turn that on high. Then you want to take your hamburger and sausage. I do half a pound of each and put it in a pan with some oil. I put olive oil usually. Once you've got it in the pan, I turn it a little past medium, and I just break it up. Let it get to cooking. You can use any type of noodles, but I'm gonna use rotini. While your meat and water is warming up, you can gather a couple other ingredients. I've got Alfredo sauce, just traditional pizza sauce, some pepperoni, and mozzarella cheese. You don't need Alfredo sauce. I like to put a little bit of it in. It makes it taste a little better, but that's just my opinion. So in the meats, you can put whatever spices you want, really. Some of the main spices that I would put in is just salt and pepper, really. You can put whatever you want in, like smoked paprika, regular paprika, garlic powder. It doesn't really matter too much. It does take quite a bit of salt, but I like to put a decent amount of spices in. Just adds to the flavor. And can never go wrong with a little bit of everything. And then also on the spices, it doesn't really matter how much you put in. Like, I mean, as long as you don't put a ton in of something other than salt. You can put quite a bit of salt. You don't want to put a ton of everything else, but it doesn't really matter. You can put out however much you want. Just the more you put, the better it'll probably taste until a certain point, you know. And the water is just about ready to put these noodles in. Depending on how many or how much you are making for how many people, it doesn't take a whole lot. I'm gonna put about something, I guess I'll just put that whole box in. That's probably too much for me, but I'll probably be glad I did. But this stuff is pretty good. After you put your noodles in, you're gonna want to stir them so they don't stick to the bottom. And also, put a little salt in the water. That helps with a little bit of seasoning in the that stuff as well. It can absorb. Might make it taste a little better. So you're gonna need a strainer for your noodles. Really, any kind of strainer will work. This is just the strainer that I've got. And also I'm gonna strain my meat too. So I'll have that ready. The noodles should take anywhere from 10 to 12 minutes, but they should be done after that. These are getting pretty close. The hamburger is pretty much done. I shut it off and I'm just letting it rest for a second. Okay, we're gonna strain our noodles now. And I'll see you when we get those strained. Okay, so I got them drained. Now I'm gonna put them back in the bowl. And as you can see, I already put my pizza sauce back in there. Now it's time to strain the meat. I got the meat strained, and you still want a little bit of that juice in there, because that's where all the seasoning goes. Okay, now you got everything in there. Pizza sauce, the meat, and I know that looks like a little bit of meat. I would put more if I was you, but it's up to you. Okay, now I'm gonna put a little bit of this Alfredo sauce in here. It doesn't take a whole lot. That's pretty good. Okay guys, I got all my pepperoni here, and I'm gonna cut it up into smaller pieces and put it in. Most of the time, pepperoni aren't this big. These are big ones. So if you have small ones, I would just cut them into fourths. But I'm gonna cut these up, and yeah. Got my pepperoni all cut up. Put that in there. And next is the cheese. Okay, so I cut up some mozzarella cheese into little cubes, and just put those in. Now I'm gonna stir all that up. You can put, if you like more mozzarella cheese, put more. That's just how much I'm gonna put. And I'm also, the very last step of this meal is to put, or to grate some cheese on top of here. So I'm gonna let that warm up just a little bit, put it back on low, and I'm gonna grate some cheese now. Now for the very last step, we're gonna grate some cheese right on top, and we're not gonna stir it in. We're just gonna put it right on top, and yeah, I'll show you what that looks like. So I've got my little pile of cheese here. I'm gonna just spread it out a little bit, and if you want to, you can skip that step and eat it right away. You do not have to put the cheese on top. And for now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in the oven at 410 for, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes, just to melt that cheese on top. Okay guys, I just took it out of the oven and it's finished. You can enjoy. I can't wait to dig into this. This looks really good. And I'll see you guys in the next video.